Melbourne International Comedy Festival has come to an end, but the high spirits live on as comedians around Melbourne plan their next comical endeavours. This year's comedy festival saw an increase in show numbers and attendees, as well as some changes in comical directions. One of the acts taking audiences by storm was the newly established ensemble The Bathtub Grin, with its quirky and abstract performance, The Inspection of Stanley Manor.
No, like, yeah! Ow! Even though I walk through the valley of the drippy droppy, I am not afraid.
The group consists of recent theatre graduates Jessica Kelly, Hamish Lyle, Kit Woodford and Kathan Shaw. Kelly, a drama enthusiast, is grateful for her time in the festival.
We actually made around $300 each by the end of it.
The group is overwhelmed with joy, receiving excellent reviews, including one from the Herald Sun, who gave the performance 3 stars.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome, like to put in our posters for our next show and all that sort of stuff.
Artist and Program Administrator Wes Snelling is one of the many festival staff members. His responsibilities include communicating with artists to ensure they are informed about what being in the festival involves.
It's hard to get people along to a show when there's 491 shows.
However, this was not a problem for the Bathtub Grin, receiving a full house for each of their 6 shows.
Those guys seem like they have access to people. They were getting quite good crowds, weren't they?
The Comedy Festival continues to grow every year, with research conducted by the festival in 2013 displaying 638,200 attendances and a 12.27% rise in box office sales from the previous year. Increases in audiences could be a reflection of the changing comedy scene that is presenting itself. Professional comic performer Liam Amor has worked for the company Improv Melbourne for almost 20 years and partook in several acts during the festival, including a series of late-night improvisation nights.
This Comedy Festival 2014, there has been a bit of a rise of sketch groups now and also comedy plays.
Despite the success of comedy during the festival, a lack of awareness and support exists for the comedy scene throughout the remainder of the year. Murphy McLaughlin, a 25-year-old comic, has been performing comedy consistently over the last 4 years and frequently runs comedy gigs.
So many people I talk to that are non-comics are like, I think that it's just like once a year sort of thing and there's nothing on the rest of the year.
Having worked extensively in the creative industry over the years, Snelling argues that Melbourne is one of Australia's greater cities to be doing comedy in.
Mostly on any given night you could find at least one comedy room happening somewhere in Melbourne. There are comedy audiences for all year round, it is just about accessing them.
For comedians like McLaughlin, social media has been a great access point for audiences.
From having a Twitter account, some people come to the show, I think, who just follow me on Twitter, who I don't even really know that well or at all.
Kelly experienced the delights of a different kind of networking during the festival's awards nights.
Dave Hughes sort of swore a lot at my friend and was like, "You have to effing do Fringe, mate, effing Fringe." So now we're doing Fringe. Thanks, Dave Hughes.
The Bathtub Grin found great success in their first official show, but they realise a lot more work and shows are yet to come.
We just have to keep going, keep making stuff, because the more shows we get done, the more shows we have under our belt, and one day we want to go around Australia with a show.